Okay, so this is my original Atari collection, my first gaming console, and it was purchased by my mom and dad, and I got it for Christmas, 1982, maybe 1983, somewhere around there, and still have the paddles. I never really used those much. I don't think I didn't have the game that they're played with. Do have the original joysticks. They're a little bit beaten up, a little bit chewed at the end, but there they are. The original games, of course, Combat came with it. Pac-Man, this game here, never really played it much when I got it, when I first got it, only because I didn't like games where things were chasing you. It kind of freaked me out. My favorite game was Laser Blast, without a doubt. I spent more hours on this game than any of these others. Donkey Kong was another favorite of mine. I played this one quite a bit. Superman, I played it, didn't really care for it. Asteroids, that was a pretty fun game. I played that one. Yar's Revenge, I never really understood that game. Popped it in a couple times, and that was it. Mainly, I stuck to Laser Blast. These two computer systems here are also from Atari. First, we have the Atari 600 XL. This was released in 1983. I don't know much about it other than that. And this is the Atari 130 XE. This was introduced in 1985. I got both of these at a thrift store, and I paid maybe a couple bucks for them. And yes, I had to have them only because they're made by Atari. Alright, I also picked this up the same time I got the two Atari computers. You can see it's made by Atari. You open it up, and it's got games in it. Missile Command, Defender, Pac-Man. I don't know what this is. Left cartridge. I have no clue what that is. Space Invaders, Defender, again, Pac-Man again, Eastern Front, Quicks, and Dig Dug. I also got Wizard of War. The label is pretty messed up on that. It's barely readable. River Raid, Congo Bongo, Pole Position, Football, Joust, and Pingo, and also Frogger. What's kind of cool about this is that Frogger is the mini version of that Frogger. Yeah. So, and I've never played any of these particular cartridges here. Of course, I've played Pac-Man. I've played Frogger. But not these. I haven't played these, but I got these for maybe $2 or $3 when I got the keyboards. E.T. for the Atari 2600. This game was bad. It was awful. I popped it in my Atari when I was little and lost interest right away. The graphics were bad. Of course, all the graphics were bad back in the day, back in the 80s. There was not much fun factor here in this game. And supposedly, how it goes is Atari made millions of these units, of these cartridges, and they were expecting it to be a big hit. Well, the developer, the guy who programmed it, he was only given 6 weeks to complete it. That's because the holiday season was coming up and Atari wanted to get it put out on the shelves by Christmas. So he rushed through it and made this piece of crap. And they didn't sell the millions of cartridges, though. The remaining cartridges that didn't sell, which were a lot, were taken to a New Mexico landfill and buried. Anyway, this is my copy of it. Got the cartridge, got the box. And you can see the box is torn up. It's beaten up. I mean, it's seen better days. I didn't buy this for the box. I bought it for the game because this game is, the cartridge itself is mint. I mean, it looks good. The label, the top label, the title label on the side there. I mean, this cart looks really good, really good. There's not a scratch in it. There's not an indentation on the sticker, nothing. And I got this off eBay. This is the Atari Flashback 2. This is not original. Includes 40 games. I found this at a thrift store as well. And it's got everything in it. Except for the instructions. I don't know if it ever had the instructions because I've never bought one of these flashbacks new. And but everything seems to work okay. And I think I paid maybe $4 or $5 for this. I actually own 3 of these altogether. Why do I have 2 more? Because I found them for dirt cheap at a thrift store. I mean, you know, when you see one for, you know, a couple bucks, you pick it up. I mean, that's just what you do. This here is not vintage, unfortunately. It does have some vintage games on it. I believe Pitfall's on here. I'm not sure what else is on here because the cord to it is a little bit beaten up. It was shorting in and out, but it's one of those plug and play games. And to tell you the truth, I don't even know how many games are on this thing. It was looks like it was put out by Activision, who made some great classic games back in the 80s for the Atari. And lastly, here are the rest of my Atari games. Let's see, I have Home Run, Defender, that's a classic, MASH. Now this game here I got at a pawn shop, and I ripped the label when I tried to take their stupid price sticker off there, because instead of putting it on the back where it can just easily peel off, and if there's any residue you can wipe it away, instead they put it on the paper label, which is pretty stupid. Space Jockey, Space Cavern, Ice Hockey, which I got that one at a thrift store for I think $1. Amador, Football, Basketball, one of the versions without the sticker, the artwork, and Raiders of the Lost Ark. So that's it.